Last week, when ministers were called upon to the National Assembly to come and defend how funds that were assigned to their ministry in 2024 were expanded, the Minister for Finance, Wale Edo, was called upon and he asked journalists, to go out, that he cannot, talk while journalists were in the building. They had to go into a closed door meeting, for him to be able to explain how our money was spent. You can imagine that. People say that anything hidden, if you have to hide something, if you have to go to the corner, to hide something, it means that, there's something fishy. You have something to hide. And it does not surprise me to find out that EFCC has been accused of diverting 2.68 trillion naira, equivalent to $9.77 million. You can imagine that. And we are crying every day that petrol is high. Nigerians are suffering inflation rates and everything, while some people are in the corner, just enjoying with our money, spending our national income freely. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe. Also hit the like button so that this video can be recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Click on the like button like I said. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section. Let's continue this discussion over there. You guys know I respond to all of my comments. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, has been accused of financial irregularities by the Auditor General of the Federation, who claims that the company diverted 2.68 trillion naira and $9.77 million over the past 4 years. These allegations come amid widespread criticism of the company's financial practices, which have negatively impacted Nigerians' financial standing. An analysis of the Auditor General's annual reports from 2017 to 2021, as reviewed by Sunday Punch, revealed significant financial infractions. In 2017, 1.33 trillion naira was reportedly diverted, followed by 681.2 billion naira in 2019, 151.12 billion naira and 19.77 million in 2022 and 514 billion naira in 2021. These infractions reportedly violated provisions of Nigeria's Constitution and the 2009 Act of Financial Regulations. The report, submitted to the National Assembly, accused the NNPCL of disregarding good corporate governance by failing to provide justification or responses to the Auditor General's findings within the review period. The NNPCL has faced criticism from organizations like the World Bank, which described it as lacking transparency in financial dealings. The bank's Nigeria Development Update for December 2023 noted that the company's opaqueness extends to subsidy arrears and the impact of subsidy removal on national revenue. You see, they told us that subsidy has been cancelled. Although Nigerians, we are still trying to come to terms with the fact that subsidy has been removed. But why are you not telling us what's the money that ought to have been, spent on millions upon millions of Nigerians? Why not tell us the money that we ought to have benefited from Nigerians? You say you are not giving us subsidy, we accept. Why not tell us how you are spending that subsidy money? Why not explain to us what this money is being expanded on? It's another thing for you to say you're stopping subsidy and, this money, okay, we can use it to better other areas of the economy. But you are not even telling us how this money is being spent. You are not telling us what you are now using the money for. That is why some people are now regretting that they even supported subsidy removal in the first place. Because think of it, with subsidy, every Nigerian, no matter what, can benefit from the national revenue, because that way, at least now that we are paying, was it 1,000 or 900 naira plus for 1 liter of petrol. Back then you could buy 1 liter of petrol for like 300 naira, which means the government is subsidizing like about 600 naira for you. So imagine how much each Nigerian is benefiting from subsidy. But now we do not have that anymore, which means this money that ought to have benefited or impacted the lives of millions of Nigerians are now in the hands of few people, few individuals. I don't know why Nnpcl is still the NNPC chairman. No matter how loud Nigerians have shouted or clamored for his removal, he's still there, and Tinubu is refusing, to remove him. To me, I do not even see any impact that he has made, so far that he's been in office. And now these people are just trying to hide things. Imagine the Minister of Finance, Wale Edu. Instead of you to tell what is wrong, how, why don't you want to speak to Nigerians and tell us how you have spent our money for 2024? Why are you asking for a closed-door meeting? Moving on anyway. Former Central Bank Governor Sanusi Lamido also criticized the NNPCL, calling it the most opaque oil company in the world. This is where the major stock of our national revenue is coming from, and we do not even know. We do not even know what's coming in. We do not know what's going out. We do not know what's happening in that company now that it's a limited liability company. We do not know what's happening there. They are just hiding. I don't know what they're afraid of. They're afraid of all of the atrocities that they've committed. Anyway, moving on. The audit uncovered 14 financial infractions, including unauthorized deductions of 1.33 trillion naira from the Federation accounts, discrepancies in transfers was 663 billion, incomplete information on crude oil allocations, and failure to report crude oil losses. A breakdown of these issues year by year follows. I think that by the time Nnpcl leaves as NNPC chairman, his punishment will be worse than what Emefiele suffered at the hands of Tinubu. If Tinubu refuses to sack him now, when he eventually gets sacked, in fact, it will blow Nigeria. It will blow our mind. A lot of Nigerians will be shocked when we realize the kind of atrocity that he has committed. The NNPCL deducted 1.33 trillion naira from a revenue of 2.41 trillion without authorization, leaving only 1.7 trillion in the Federation account. This violated Section 162, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution, which mandates that all federal revenue be paid into a special Federation account. In 2019, the Auditor General identified 7 major financial irregularities totaling 681.2 billion naira. The NNPCL reportedly remitted 519.92 billion naira out of 1.27 trillion naira accrued through the National Petroleum Investment Management Services. Other issues included discrepancies in crude oil allocation data and deductions of $1.278 billion from joint venture royalties without justification. 2020 now, the Auditor General flagged 151.12 billion naira in unauthorized deductions during the 2020 financial year. The deductions allegedly for priority projects and handling costs lacked evidence of approval or project details. 2021, a review of NNPCL's SAP payment records revealed that 343.64 billion naira was deducted as operational cost from crude oil sales, with no breakdown provided. Additionally, 50 billion naira meant for the Federation account was reportedly unremitted. Deductions of 82.95 billion naira for refinery rehabilitation were also made without authorization. Other anomalies included the misreporting of 3.75 billion naira from petrol sales and the diversion of 83.66 billion naira in miscellaneous income into a sinking fund account instead of a federation account, forcing the government to resort to borrowing. The Auditor General's findings highlight significant internal control weaknesses within the NNPCL, raising concerns over the company's financial management and its implications for the Nigerian economy. What are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comments section below. What do you all think of this?